It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a second and 10. On second down, a run with Hall. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here now a third down at 8. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Jackson. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Giants now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing, Jones.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Able to power through. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hull. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley.
He'll get this to about the 38. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Detroit.
Now Jones. And the catch made by Hopkins. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Boy, shifts past him. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
An injury stoppage, and it looks like, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Ready.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry there, but they'll be left still with a 3rd and long situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39. Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
3rd down and 13.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties from big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rodgers now to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
18 more yards there and another first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it through. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jets are once again back in front. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Timberland.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman.
This is fielded at the 27. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and 8.
Other side, other side.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Jets.
Rodgers now on first down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on second and 1.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
A couple extra tight ends are in. Third and goal from the 1.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Half 18, half 18.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Great. Up we go.
Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
South salad.
Jones now on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley inside handoff. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Paid for this.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Cockroach. Great.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ladybug. Biggie.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. With it is Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
A last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
88.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the Jets 1st down.
They'll give to Hall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Rodgers going to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Rodgers now on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
Now Rodgers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
I like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Let's go.
And quickly they get to the line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Detroit Johnson.
Now Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Momo.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Timberland.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down and 6.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Cadence, lock in the cage, lock in the cage. Wide shift to Crude. Hustler.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Here's 1st and goal.
Other side.
Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants.
Isaiah Hodgins.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. We're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers now to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
To throw is Rodgers.
That is intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here comes 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jones. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Jones.
Toward the pylon, caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Gano for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Rodgers to throw.
This ball deep for Tony.
It's caught inside the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.